Hey man, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard podcast, man. I'm not gonna be on here long. Obviously, you clearly see, Brendan's not on with me. I got nobody on with me. I just wanted to get on and real quick and first and foremost, it's a tragedy that happened this morning with Marshawn Kneeland from the Dallas Cowboys, defensive end, 24 years old, man. Just seen him play on Monday night. Just recovered a touchdown, and then 4 days later, from the reports, uh, obviously there's not a lot of details that came out, but from the reports that I saw and reports out there that he took his own life, and after a police pursuit, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame. What You never know what people are going through mentally, and truthfully, you just really can't tell. Always check on your peoples, man. Always make sure you're checking up. Don't hold anything in your heart. Don't hold any unforgiveness in your heart, man. It's not worth it. You never know what can be the last time you speak to one of your loved ones, and it's a shame, man, for a kid who had such an up and coming future, and such a promising future ahead of him. It all ends in moments of just either frustration, sadness, depression, of any negativity. It just ends, and that's why everything that these players do, these guys are human too, and you have to see that these guys aren't just different. They are humans. They go through the same emotions that regular people, if you want to say that, do, and they go through the same problems, and it's a shame. And that's why, man, if you're going through anything, and even if you're not going through anything, and if you feel like your life is perfectly fine, or put everything in prayer, man. Come to God, and come to Christ, and receive Christ in your heart. That's the only way that any problems will be solved. And not saying that your life is going to be perfect by any means, but the only one that can save you is Jesus Christ. And it's a shame, man. A kid who, you look at the age and you're like, man, he's younger than me, and it's a shame. And prayers are up to his family. They need it. You can only imagine what they're going through right now. And just take that as a lesson that you don't know when the last day that you're gonna be living on earth is. You never know. But eternity is for real, and eternity is real, and you have to make that decision, and it's a shame, man. And obviously, his teammates, his friends, his family, lost somebody that they love, and prayers are up to them, and just make sure you check on your peoples. It's not worth it. Any unforgiveness you have in your heart, any resentment, anything that you're going through, talk about it. Pray. Prayer and talk about it. It's not good keeping it inside. You just never know what's going to happen, and, it's a shame, man. It's hard to really, express when you hear some news like that comes out. When you hear some news that comes out, and you don't know the details, you're like, wow, it's a shock. Even if you don't know the guy, I'm pretty sure there are even some NFL fans who didn't know who he was before today. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I knew everything about him, because I didn't. I saw him play on Monday night, but I didn't know much about him. Outside of the Dallas Cowboy fanatic, I'm not sure if there's any football fans who knew much about him coming in. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you know about him. You can always, pay your respects and pray for his family. It doesn't matter. It's just the things that people go through behind the scenes. Somebody can look so happy. Somebody can look so, like they got it all figured out. You might be able to think, yo, these guys are in the NFL, man. These guys are professional athletes. What they got to worry about? Can't think like that. Can't think like that, because they're human beings too. And truth be told, it makes you think. It makes you think, and it makes you just really open your eyes and realize life is so fragile. Life is extremely delicate, and one wrong move, and even something that you don't even expect, something that you're not even doing anything wrong, and something can happen, and you meet eternity, and you didn't even see it coming. That's why you have to just surrender your life to Christ. You just have to. He's the only one that can save. He's the only one that can make all things new. Whatever depression or negativity or anything that's in your life, he's the only one that can remove it. And I know this is a sports channel, but definitely wanted to use this platform and make you guys aware of what's the reality. And the reality is eternity is real. And this isn't about life and death. It is, but where are you going to spend eternity? And you have to open your eyes and realize that there's only one person that can make all things new, and that can save you, and it's Jesus Christ. Prayers are up to Marshawn Kneeland's family, man. It's such a shame, and that's why I just wanted to get on here and pay my respects to him and his family. We cover sports. Sometimes we have to cover things that we cover sports on this channel. Sometimes we have to cover things that we don't want to. Sometimes we have to cover things that is hard to talk about, and it's hard to really bring to the attention of the people, because everybody's like, man, all you do is talk sports, man. Just talk sports and stop worrying about all these other things. And if you're not talking sports and this and that, stop talking. No, it's not about that, man. The title of this podcast is Beyond the Scoreboard. Sometimes we got to go beyond the field. Sometimes we got to go and talk about things that, like what happened today. It's a shame. So check on your peoples, man. If you have unforgiveness towards somebody that or resentment, or you're holding a grudge, or you just haven't reached out to somebody you care about in a long time, reach out. You never want to go the rest of your life regretting that. See you guys next time, man. Thanks for tuning in.